Hello, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. How's everyone doing tonight? Well, this is kind of a weird one. Alright, so remember when I was talking before about people unfriending you on social media? Okay, well, I was talking to this friend of mine, and, he's trans, right? And he was afraid he was getting unfriended because of that, and for these other reasons, and he was just getting his feelings hurt. Well, he got unfriended apparently because he was watching this Dahmer series on Netflix, and these people are like, "You're disgusting for watching the Dahmer series," and just saying all this stuff to him, and got his feelings hurt. And I'm like, bro, the reason they make things on Netflix is so people will binge watch it. And they make things intriguing on Netflix so you'll watch it. I mean, that's the whole reason they make it, so you'll binge watch it. It's supposed to be intriguing. And I haven't watched it or anything like that. I don't know if it's good, so if it's good, can you just put it in the comments? But the whole point was they were chastising him for taking an interest in it. The thing about that is, as far as serial killers and stuff like that go, the more information that's put out on it, the more we can learn about that and learn about the way those people tick. And it's preventable. If we learn to see the early signs of why those people are the way they are and the kind of things that they do, and we can learn more about them and kind of see the signs in people and just see the way they move and just see how they are. We can kind of just notice their traits and stuff like that. So I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's good or not. But my friend was taking an interest in it. But again, he's a different type of person. He's, first of all, he's like me, he has Asperger's, and he's trans. So he's real sensitive. He's just like, he feels, different in the first place. So, he had a couple of people unfriend him today. And I was like, bro, I know the struggle. I said, these two guys recently got engaged within like the last month, and they decided that they needed to unfriend me. And he's like, are you serious? And I go, yeah. And I said, and I'm engaged. And he goes, that's even dumber. And he goes, I'm really sorry. And I go, I'm totally not. I go, this is even more ridiculous than them unfriending you because you're watching a serial killer documentary type deal. I go, they're chastising you and calling you a weirdo because you're watching a serial killer show? And he goes, what's the deal with them not wanting to be your friend because they're marrying someone else? And I go, I don't know. I go, it's... Their fiancés probably went on there and go, look, you're engaged to me now, I'm probably on a long list of females that they're probably like, get rid of all these random females. I don't know who these chicks are. Get rid of all of them. And they go, and he goes, well, what are these dudes to you? I go, oh, they're just, casual acquaintances that I knew. And I go, I've been in a relationship for the past 3 years. So, like I said, on the other content that I made, I never flirted with these guys. Right? So they're just casual acquaintances that I knew. One guy was another promoter, and another guy I knew from somewhere else, right? He's just kind of like a friend of a friend. So it was just like, okay, well, if you guys unfriend me, I don't really talk to you guys anyway, so it's like no big deal, right? So they just, and I really didn't even know they unfriended me until they popped up as people I might know, and I was like, okay, so you guys just unfriended me, and let's see what's going on in your life that you decided not to be my friend anymore. Here we go, okay, you both just got engaged. Okay, I get it. So I said, I'm kind of almost in a weird way flattered that their fiancés think that I'm some kind of like a threat or whatever. And he goes, okay, you're not flirting with them ever. I'm like, no. And he goes, I bet they were trying to flirt with you though. I bet they had like some idea in their mind that, they were probably trying to like, hit on you or whatever, and then you got engaged to your boyfriend. And I was like, when they met me, I was not engaged to my boyfriend. And they're like, he's like, see? He's like, just because, you weren't interested in them doesn't mean they weren't interested in you. And I was like, good point. So people are perceiving things like in a different way than you're perceiving things. And I said, that makes me think that those people are chastising you for liking the Dahmer series. Maybe there's something maybe they're feeling a little sensitive about it because maybe they have some like sociopathic traits or whatever they call it, whatever he has. Whatever Dahmer has. I don't know what it's called, what he has. I know he was like a serial killer, right? So maybe they have whatever disorder he has, and they're afraid my friend is going to recognize it in them. Theory? Possibly? So I said, so maybe they're getting mad at you because you're going to notice it in them once you start learning more about Dahmer. And he's like, oh, so he and I were enlightening each other. So I said, so maybe they're a little bit mad because now you're going to get enlightened a little bit about Dahmer's condition, and you're going to see maybe they have like, I don't know, is it like an antisocial personality disorder, or what is it when you're committing a lot of killings over and over? I don't know what that's called, but I know he killed a lot of people. But I know you have to not have a conscience, and I know it's the same thing, that movie American Psycho, where he just could not feel emotion. Is that what Jeffrey Dahmer has? Anyway, so maybe those people that unfriended my friend, maybe they have that, and they just they don't want my friend to notice. Maybe. Okay, so I'm thinking about like unfriending people, and they kind of don't want you to notice something. Okay, so I'm wondering if the fiancés are just kind of like they notice something like who's this chick on here, and you never talk to her or anything like that. Why would you have her on your profile, and why is she even on there? And I don't ever remember meeting her, and who's this dark mask person? Get rid of her, I don't know, but my friend seems to think that maybe those guys were trying to flirt with me and trying to get somewhere with me, but then noticed that, because they never did say congratulations when I got engaged, so I don't know. Who knows? Not like I'm going to go ask him, hey, why'd you unfriend me, dude? Because it doesn't really matter. So I told him, you don't need jerks like that unfriend you because you're watching something on Netflix. They're jerks for that, they're schmucks for that, basically, right? They're schmucks. That's what I said. So, anyway, I'm thinking males and females being friends. What do you guys think about that? How comfortable are you with your mate's opposite sex friends? Do you feel like males and females can be friends? Let's say that you are in like an opposite sex relationship. How comfortable are you with your mate's opposite sex friends? Are you cool with it? I am comfortable with my mate's opposite sex friends who are not attracted to him. But if I think she's attracted to him, I'm not comfortable with it. You know why? Because I'm not comfortable with the situation thinking that she's going to make a pass at him. I'm not comfortable with the situation. I'm not saying he's going to do anything about it. I'm just not comfortable with a situation like that. Thinking that some woman's going to make a pass at him when I'm not around. Not saying that I don't trust him or anything like that. I'm just saying a precarious situation, not cool with it. Just thinking that someone around him is going to do something like that. Nope. But his female friends that I met, I don't think, I don't think they're attracted to him. So I don't feel any kind of way about them. But if I felt like he had a female friend that had a thing for him, I would not be okay with it. Not at all. But the thing about females with male friends, they do tend to be attracted to their female friends. And the thing about that is the only thing that keeps it from happening is the woman says no. It's true. It's absolutely true. Women tend to have male friends that are attracted to her, that she's saying no. Women just are used to having men attracted to them all the time and wanting to sleep with them all the time. And the women are just like, are just used to having guys wanting to sleep with us all the time. And we're just used to saying no. Even if we think they're cute or whatever, we're just used to saying no. So even if we think they're cute, we're just used to like resisting and saying no. So it's like guys can be more comfortable with women having opposite sex friends. They might not like it so much, but it's less of an uncomfortable thing. But it's really how much you can trust your woman. How much of a sex drive does she have? How important is sex to her? You know what I mean? I'm the kind of person, sex is not like something I'm seeking. Like, I'm more of a person that likes money. So, you know, I'm not like thinking about sex all the time. I'm not that kind of person. So I'm not the kind of person who's going to be alone with another guy. I mean, Sensational can trust me. He knows that's not a situation that's going to happen. But if I think some chick who's interested in Sensational is going to try to be alone with him, that's not a situation I'm going to like, because I think she's going to try to make a pass at him. I'm not going to like the situation. You know what I mean? Because some women are just shameless. They don't, I mean, because let's face it, some women will see an opportunity, and a lot of these women out there these days, they really don't have a respect for other people's relationships. And if they have not ever met me, or they don't know me, or maybe even if they have met me or whatever, and they just don't care. Some women really just don't care, or they like the challenge of going after another girl's guy, and they really don't care. So there are just situations where they would just, you know, go for it. So it's really how much you think the women in your guy's life are attracted to him, and what you think that they would do without you around. That's the situation with your guys' female friends. If you think that they're going to, it's how much you actually trust those chicks. It's not really the fact that he has female friends. It's the type of female friends that he has. If they're cool chicks or they're ratchet, it's just really because, like, I know his female friends and they're cool. I don't think they're those type of chicks. But with me, it's just like I'm a woman who just, you know, it's the type of woman. It's really the type of woman who sets the tone for male-female relationships, is what I'm trying to say. So if the woman in question is a lady, the situation is cool, and if she's not, the situation is not cool. I'm not saying the guy has no say in the situation, but the woman always sets the tone for the situation. I'm not saying the guy doesn't know how to say no or anything like that, but I mean the woman is really in control of the whole situation. I mean, the woman can make the situation look really bad even if the guy's not doing anything. She can make it look like, you know, he was doing this, that, and the other. You know, she could do all kinds of stuff. So it's really the woman. You know. So yeah. So you know, I know that he would never like seek out a situation. But if he had ratchet female friends, I would have a problem with it. Luckily, he doesn't. But, he knows I can be around any guy and just tell any guy no. So he knows he can trust me. But I think that's what it boils down to is the lady, do you trust the females that are around your guy? And it's really the females. It really doesn't, you have to trust your guy, but it's really, do you trust the females around your guy? And so if you think your lady is not trusting you, it's really she doesn't trust the females around you. It's less to do with you, and it's more like she doesn't trust the females around you. So, I mean, on some level, she may not trust you too. I mean, I don't mean to say it in a mean way, but men are less trustworthy than women, but it's more like we don't trust the other women. But if we're trusting a situation with you in it, it's more because we trust the women more. Because we have like a sixth sense about the women around you. We know which ones are cool and which ones aren't. So, yeah, some men and women can be friends, but it's really largely dependent on the women. That's why when something goes wrong, it is your fault, but we really just blame the other woman. Even though it is essentially your fault, but the women blame the other women. And I really hate to put it that way, but I mean, we just always know which ones are bad news. Like in my first marriage, I knew this one chick was after my husband, and she was. I was right. I always had a bad vibe about her, and it turns out she was after my husband. You just always know. You just always get this really weird feeling, and it's women just have like a sixth sense, and because some people just don't have a respect for like the sanctity of marriage or the sanctity of somebody's commitment. They don't. They're just waiting for their moment to strike. When maybe somebody's been drinking and their spouse isn't there, or they're waiting for you to get into a fight, or they're waiting till you're at a low point, or they're just waiting for some kind of situation that they can just kind of slither right in. They're just waiting, so and to try to make a pass. And when you're married, some people just they're empty inside. They need an ego boost. Okay, they're looking for an opportunity, and they don't care. And if you confront them, they will lie about the situation, because it's happened before, and the people lie and pretend they don't know what I'm talking about, and and the guy will admit it happened, and the girl won't, and it's just like, I already know, hun. I already got him to admit it, so you need to just, and then she'll run from me, and spend the rest of her life running from me. So, you really have to, there really has to be something wrong with you, when you cheat with a married person, or with a taken person, or you do something like that, there really has to be something wrong with you, but I don't know, but it's really when the girl knows and she sets out to do it. That's real bad. So but we always know like who they are. And so you really can't get it past us. So if we're okay with your female friend, we might give the wrong one a benefit of the doubt every once in a while. But if we're okay with her, or if we're like, you know what, I really don't want you to be friends with her. You might not see it, but we do. We know that the minute our back is turned, that she's going to probably say, so, I heard you and Angel had a fight. Or sleazy thing like that. You know, I don't think you guys are a very good couple. Or whatever. We know. So, yeah. So, that's just basically how it goes with male and female relationships. The woman is always pretty much in control of the whole thing. I'm sorry to say. But, that's why I really don't care that those guys unfriended me. Because if those women thought that I was a problem, if you girls are watching, I'm not a problem. I never was. If those guys were attracted to me, it was not mutual. Okay. Sorry. It wasn't like that. I wasn't flirting with your boyfriends. Or your fiancés. Okay, I have my own. And best wishes, by the way. Best wishes. So, and good luck with everything. And otherworldlies, I love you all. You guys have a very good night. Bye-bye.